And Americans consume 1.2 billion pounds, that's 500 million kilograms, because there's a certain chemical called PFC, perfluorinated compounds, which then glyphosate. So unfortunately, there's a lot of negative things that have to do with popcorn, and especially microwave popcorn.
It's quick, it's easy, and it smells amazing the second you hit that popcorn button on your microwave. Whether it's movie night, a study break, or just a salty snack to kill a craving, microwave popcorn is the go-to treat in millions of households. But hidden inside that innocent crinkly bag might be something far more serious than a few extra calories. What if your beloved butter-flavored snack came with a side of toxic chemicals, some of which have been banned in other countries, linked to cancer, and even lawsuits involving irreversible lung damage? Popcorn has been part of American snacking culture for over a century, but microwave popcorn brought it into the modern era. No need for stovetops or messy oil. Just toss the bag in, press a button, and wait for the popping to slow. It's convenient, smells like comfort, and fills the room with nostalgia. But as this snack grew in popularity, so did concerns about what was happening inside that bag, specifically, what chemicals were being used to coat it and flavor it. Most microwave popcorn bags aren't just paper. They're lined with specialized materials to prevent oil from leaking out and to ensure the popcorn pops evenly. But one of those coatings, used for decades, is a substance known as perfluorooctanoic acid, or PFOA. It belongs to a family of chemicals called PFAS, often referred to as forever chemicals, because they don't break down in the environment or in the human body. PFOA was used to make the bags grease-resistant, so they wouldn't get soggy or leak during microwaving. Sounds harmless, until you realize what that chemical actually does once it heats up. When exposed to high temperatures inside a microwave, the PFOA coating begins to degrade, releasing toxic fumes that leach into the popcorn and the air. Studies have shown that prolonged exposure to PFOA is linked to hormone disruption, liver damage, and even certain types of cancer. It's the same chemical that was once used to make non-stick pans before it was phased out in many products due to public pressure and regulatory changes. But while many manufacturers have stopped using PFOA in new popcorn bags, older products, off-brand items, or international imports may still contain it, and replacements often fall into the same problematic family of PFAS chemicals. Then there's diacetyl. If you've ever wondered what gives microwave popcorn that buttery aroma, this is it. Diacetyl is a flavoring agent that mimics the rich taste of melted butter. It's used in everything from popcorn to baked goods to artificial dairy flavorings. But here's where things take a turn. When inhaled in large amounts, like by workers in popcorn manufacturing facilities, diacetyl has been linked to a severe and irreversible lung disease called bronchiolitis obliterans, more commonly known as popcorn lung. The condition essentially scars and inflames the small airways in the lungs, causing coughing, wheezing, and difficulty breathing. And while most documented cases have occurred in factory workers exposed to high concentrations over long periods, some cases have appeared in heavy microwave popcorn consumers, people who made a bag or two daily and inhaled the steam as it vented from the bag. In 2007, a Colorado man won a $7 million lawsuit after developing popcorn lung, claiming his condition came from inhaling the buttery fumes of microwave popcorn for over a decade. Following the media coverage and mounting lawsuits, many popcorn brands began phasing out diacetyl. But phasing out doesn't mean eliminating entirely. It means some companies reformulated, others switched to alternative flavorings that may have similar risks but aren't as heavily studied, and many simply rebranded the same formulas under new names. The FDA doesn't require full transparency on what exactly goes into artificial butter flavoring, meaning natural flavors and butter flavor on the label could still hide potential dangers. And then there's the air you breathe. Even if you don't eat microwave popcorn every day, the steam that comes rushing out of the bag when you open it contains a concentrated dose of volatile organic compounds, VOCs, some of which may linger in your home. Combine that with the synthetic ink, adhesives, and heat-activated glues used to keep the bag sealed, and you're dealing with a small chemical cocktail that gets unleashed with every bag. Let's not forget that many of these issues are not hypothetical. they've led to real consequences, investigations, and changes in regulation. In the mid-2000s, public awareness of PFOA and diacetyl skyrocketed. News stories, whistleblower accounts, and rising health claims forced the industry to respond. DuPont, the company that manufactured much of the PFOA used in popcorn bags, faced multi-million-dollar lawsuits and was eventually required to stop producing the chemical altogether. The FDA called for voluntary industry phase-outs. But without a total ban, many similar chemicals continue to be used in the name of convenience and cost-cutting. Other countries took more aggressive steps. Several European nations have outright banned certain PFAS chemicals in food packaging, and others have stricter regulations on artificial flavorings and labeling transparency. The result? In many parts of the world, microwave popcorn contains fewer additives, simpler ingredients, and clearer disclosures. If other countries can demand safer standards, why haven't American brands done the same? It comes down to profits and consumer behavior. The American snack food industry thrives on convenience, taste, and brand loyalty. For every concerned customer, there are 10 more who just want their popcorn fast and buttery. And as long as there's no overwhelming demand for change, many companies continue using cost-effective, less regulated chemicals that help maintain shelf life, flavor intensity, and bag durability. But here's the good news, safer alternatives do exist. Air-popped popcorn, made with a countertop popper or even on the stovetop, is just corn kernels and air. No mystery coatings. No artificial flavorings. You can add your own butter, olive oil, or sea salt. There are also a growing number of brands offering microwave popcorn with certified chemical-free packaging, using simple oils and organic kernels. Some even use compostable bags and real dried butter. These brands may be a bit pricier or take an extra minute or two to prepare, but what you lose in speed, you gain in peace of mind. And while it may seem like a minor detail, just a snack, after all, these choices matter. Over time, repeated exposure to even small doses of harmful chemicals can build up in the body. If you're reaching for a bag of microwave popcorn once or twice a week, that might not seem like a big deal. But multiply that across months, years, and generations of people eating the same brands with the same ingredients, and you start to see the broader picture. It's not just about individual health, it's about a food system that prioritizes speed and flavor over transparency and safety. So the next time you toss a popcorn bag into the microwave, pause. Think about what's really inside that package. It's not just corn and salt. It might be a complex mix of flavor enhancers, synthetic coatings, and vaporized chemicals. And even if the label says natural or butter flavored, that doesn't necessarily mean it's safe. Words like natural have no strict legal definition in this context. They're marketing tools, meant to reassure you while hiding what's actually happening behind the scenes. If you've ever felt dizzy or nauseous after eating microwave popcorn, or noticed a strange chemical smell when opening the bag, you're not imagining it. Your body is reacting to what it's being exposed to. And that alone should be a warning sign. Because sometimes, the most dangerous ingredients come with the biggest crunch. The bag looks harmless. The scent feels familiar. But the hidden dangers don't care how good it tastes. They're just waiting to be unwrapped with every pop.